Hey guys, this is my great big 1 year anniversary special. This is the month that I started my YouTube channel last year. Sorry. Okay, so my dog is snoozing real good. Okay, alright. 1 year ago, November 19th, I started this doll channel. I'd always wanted to do YouTube, but I was really kind of nervous and scared to do it because I was like, people are mean in the comments, but if you turn the comments off, then nobody likes you, plus your stuff doesn't really get seen. I don't really understand how all of that works. That was the other thing. I wanted to do YouTube way back in the early 2000s and do makeup and photography stuff and like whatever. And so I'm not technologically like great at stuff, and I couldn't figure it out, and there are no other people in my life that do YouTube or any of that kind of stuff who could have shown me how. Like, it was just me trying to figure it out, and I just really couldn't. And then when I was working a lot as a photographer, I just didn't have time. I had tried employing assistants, it really didn't work out for me, so it's not like I had somebody else who could film while I was working. Yeah, anyway, so a year ago I braved up, I did it, I started this channel. Here we are a year later with all of you guys' love and support. I actually hit 1,000 subscribers earlier in the month and was able to start monetizing. Not that I'm gonna make more than like $6 a year on this, because but still, it was nice. It was nice to know that people do enjoy this channel, they do watch it, they enjoy dyeing their dolls, and that I've helped inspire people and get them started doing something that now they love. That was all really cool. And it was really kind of following, because back in October was my 1 year anniversary for Rainbow High, which honestly most of my videos are about, because when I do videos about pretty much anything else, you guys really I don't have the same engagement with you guys. There's not as many comments, likes, whatever, views, whatever. You guys are all about some Rainbow High standing, and I'm behind you on that. I've met a ton of really cool people and really great friends over both YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, etc. So that's been really cool. Everybody's been really nice. I've had really cool followers who have shared their experiences with me and told me about like their dyes and sent me pictures of like all of their really great dolls. And I still really want to do a video where I get people to like, that were inspired by my videos to send me their pictures and share them with you guys. Man, I thought I was going to adjust to this new schedule much better than I actually have. It's been no good. It's at this point like I'm sleeping an hour here and there sporadically, randomly throughout the day, and I'm just kind of doing the best I can. And in winter time, because of my already existing health problems, I really struggle with cold weather. If I get too cold, it takes me a very long time, like far longer than with most people, to warm back up and get my body temperature back up to like normal. And just like I tend to clench my muscles when I'm cold, like most people do, because I have this pre-existing muscle condition. Yeah, being cold is just not fun at all. So it's just, the weather has recently changed here in Virginia, especially where I live in the mountains. It's starting to get a lot colder, hence why my dog is inside right now. During the warm weather, you can't get her in. She will have a fit, she'll pout and fuss at you and wanting to go back out like 5 seconds until you bring her in. When the weather drops cold, she is not about it. She is in here, curled up in her bed, snoring, just all of it. So yeah, it's been interesting, because now like my days are nights, my nights are days. I'm awake during both. I'm trying. That's the best I can do. But I really wanted to give you guys a really cool video. It's actually enough content that I genuinely could have made easily 2 to 3 videos out of it. But as it is, this might be like a 2-parter. I'm just gonna try to film it all at once, because after today, I don't know in the foreseeable future, especially with like Thanksgiving, etc. coming up, when I will have time to do that. Okay, so I've told you guys prior that my family celebrates Thanksgiving twice. Once on, I guess, like Thanksgiving Eve, and then once on the day of. For the kids and I, it was always what we called like a family day, and it was just a day to like be together as a family without all of the pageantry that comes with most normal Thanksgiving whatever. It was just a day for us to like appreciate being a family. Like, I mean, really, I guess that's what Thanksgiving is, but without all of the pilgrim and whatnot undertones of it. It's just us being a family. And it's the same for Christmas. We do Christmas Eve. It's honestly, as long as I can remember, since the kids have been alive, we've always done Christmas on Christmas Eve. Just because opening those gifts on Christmas Eve and doing all of that kind of stuff allowed us to just spend Christmas Day as a family without all of the, like, oh, look at all the gifts and distraction of all of that. It was just time to just be a family. So yeah, that, and I didn't have to do all the cleanup and then try to cook on top of it. So it, you know, as a mom, you just make stuff work. But yeah, so of course we still do it this way. We have, you know, our thing on the day before Thanksgiving, which is for like our extended family, friends, etc. And then we do the day of with my husband's family. And then, yeah, same with Christmas Eve. We do it with the kids and their friends and extended family, etc. And then, yeah, Christmas Day we do with my husband's family. So it's a lot. It's a lot on top of all the normal stuff I have to do and the prep work and the cooking and the cleaning and the all of it. So I didn't know when I'd be able to get this video made, and I really wanted to make sure that I had something really cool for my anniversary of being a YouTuber. So this is actually a really big video, and here's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing an unboxing really quick, like 2 unboxings technically, really quickly, and then we're going to be doing a bunch of dye jobs. So right quick, I'm going to show you guys what we're going to unbox. Okay, you know what, I just remembered something. Before we unbox anything, I just want to show you guys, I know, I said I wasn't going to get her, and I lied. I had no intention of getting her. I was like, she's too big, I have nowhere to put her, I don't even know what I would do with her. And then we were at the store on our wedding anniversary trip, me and my husband, and Bear was just like, why don't you, you know, there's a coupon that I've got on my phone, it's like 25% off, you know, this is the first time you've seen her in stores, you should just go ahead and grab her, you might regret it later. Which, Monster High days, do you guys remember that really large Skeleta that came out? I did not have the money for her the first time I saw her, and she sold out by the following week, and I never saw her again. Still don't have her to this day. Full on breaks my heart. I don't even know where I'd put her, but like, it full on breaks my heart because Skeleta was, you know, like, just the best. I don't know, just the best, the coolest of Monster High characters. So I did grab her because Bear, he's good man logic. Yeah. And let me tell you, like, I'm looking forward to unboxing her, but I do not have a place to put her, so we're not going to unbox her today. But I did want to tell you guys, like, I did get her. The one thing about her face that kind of drives me nuts is that her eyebrows look like they are running away from each other. Like, there's a pretty decent-sized gap between them. I don't know what that's about, but she's a really pretty face. I've never been a fan of Series 2 of Maya because I know that you guys have seen it. A billion people say it on Instagram, Facebook, whatever. She's kind of clownish looking. Her hair colors really don't complement each other in the way that I think Rainbow High was hoping they would. Now, the TV show version of her, the darker, like the blue is slightly darker, and it actually complements her much, much better. The makeup on her versus Series 2 of Maya, this is so much prettier. Her clothes are cuter. If they had made this in, if they still do, if they do, I swear tomorrow, if they make this doll in that size, like in the normal Rainbow High size, I will run out and buy it. I will buy 2 of them, 10 of them, I don't even know, like 2 of them, but I would definitely buy it. This outfit, this face, like, this should have been her second outfit. The cheerleading doll should have been a separate thing, whatever. But yeah, so I do have her. I am not, like I said, I'm not going to unbox her right now because I need time to figure out where on earth I'm going to put her. So the stuff I am going to unbox, because I'm starting to get like this pile going on. I did open some of them, which are just some extra Series 3, an extra Winter Break, a couple other ones we're going to dye. This lady. Okay, so I have not found Marissa Golding. I have not found Robin. I'm sorry, there's such a glare. Oop, maybe, sort of. Yeah, I haven't found Robin. I haven't found Marissa Golden. I've only found Brianna Dolce. Took me a minute to remember her name. Now, my Walmart had like 6 of these. And I did get 2. One to keep kind of stock, and the other one to keep, or to dye. So, you know, that's a thing. But I'm going to unbox her right quick and tell you guys my initial thoughts on her. I'll unbox the other one later. I'm really hoping to find Robin and Marissa at some point. I am kind of in love with Robin, just like the pictures I've seen of her. I haven't seen a lot of Marissa. A lot of people just haven't even found her at all. I don't know when we'll see her. I know that right now she's everybody's holiday rush, because for a lot of people that's the only one they're missing and they cannot find her anywhere. I'm really hoping that after the new year she will be more plentiful, but we will see. After we unbox her, the other thing we're unboxing, hold on a second. This was another thing I said, I'm not going to buy that. I don't need that. I'm not going to buy it. Do you guys remember that 6-pack? Yeah, so there's a Walmart version and a Target version. I have the Walmart version. It's $64 on their Black Friday sale. Walmart actually started their Black Friday sales kind of early. They had these in stores. I got this like a week or so ago, almost 2 weeks. I don't know. I don't know days anymore. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've had Brianna for quite a while now too. If you've seen my Instagram, probably like a week or 2 by now. I just haven't had time to film anything, and I didn't want to open them and not film it, so that's the thing. I have the Walmart version of the 6-pack. They all come in their, I guess, this is their first outfits. I never saw the Target one. I'm assuming Target is actually just going to put the Target one out on Black Friday. I'm not a fan of Black Thursday / Black Friday. I really think that it kind of intrudes on the whole purpose and point of Thanksgiving. I have gone out before on Black Friday with like my family or my friends, because it's something they enjoy doing or whatever, and I found some really cool stuff. Like I don't do it on Thursdays really, like, although I will say, like, I mean, if I were gonna walk off Thanksgiving dinner, but yeah, I don't know, it's not for me. But if I happen to find the Target one, I might snatch it up too. I really didn't need more of these guys, but I've decided I'm going to dye them, and probably some of their clothes as well. Honestly, I need this shirt and Skylar's outfit from this box. Everything else is going to get dyed and or sold off on my Instagram feed. So if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, if you're not already, I'm going to link that down below, and you'll be able to find these guys for sale. Only the 6-pack. Brianna is not getting sold because my store is already sold out, and I don't know when I'll find another one. So, yes, if you're interested in any of these 6-pack dolls after they're dyed, hit up my Instagram. You'll probably be able to buy them, as well as most of their clothes. I don't know if they come with stands. I've heard both that they do and don't. We're about to find out. I'm going to go ahead and unbox Brianna first for you guys, and then we'll get to the 6-pack, because it takes up a lot of room. Okay, guys, real quick, I just want to say that, again, beautiful, beautiful artwork on the back of this box. All of them are so gorgeous. I love that Robin is Tiffany themed, if you guys know what Tiffany jewelry stores are, etc. Now I do want to say, because I've already kind of taken the box apart, these do have that special edition sticker on them. I'm not really sure what's so special about them. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know we all had that question about Kaya as well. I mean, yeah, she came with 2 outfits, and her outfit was a lot more detailed. It was a lot more cool. I do think that's the case with these guys as well, just from what I'm seeing. But what's really different between them and the regular dolls? The regular dolls have lovely detailed clothing as well. I mean, Georgia's clothing came with a lot of detail, and it was very, very pretty. You know, Cheryl came with a lot of really cool pieces, etc. So these dolls have 2 outfits, 2 pairs of shoes, the beautiful doll itself. So what's different? Like, what justifies the $27.99 that they cost here in the States for the regular dolls versus this, yeah, $48.99 for her, like, or $49.99, something like that. I paid $50 by the time tax and everything, like, technically over $50 for her. So what sets her apart? What is different? She's got the 2 pairs of shoes. She's got the second outfit. So what justifies going from 27 to 50, which is like, you're looking at like let's just say like a $23 price hike, but really it's probably closer to like between $20 and $23. What are you paying $20 for? A sleeping bag and pillow. Gross. But that's just me. I'm not a fan of having to pay that higher price, but I did it anyway because I really wanted her. It's going to be the same with all of them. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm just not going to be thrilled about it. Like, is what it is. Okay, so real quick, I just want to say, like, she's really cute. She really is. Like, if you look, she's got some very soft freckles across her face. Her eyeshadow is nice, but it's not overwhelming. She's got some pretty glossy lips. She doesn't have a whole lot of shine on her face. Like, really none. Her face is very matte. Now, some people have said that theirs have these yellow dots in her lips. Mine, while her lips are shiny, I don't see these yellow dots that people are talking about. And I've seen pictures of them, and they almost look like the lip gloss is peeling off, but they're not. It's... You would almost think it wasn't blended well. I'll see if I can find a picture of it, and if I can, I'll throw it in here, but it's really strange to me. Like, she's got these big yellow circles. It's almost too intentional looking to be just like, oops, it didn't mix well on like half of these dolls. Mine does not have that on there. I mean, her hair is really nice. It is crunchy. I can tell you right now, these front tendrils, they're not hardcore crunch, but there's some crunch to them. All right, let me get her unwrapped, and then we'll discuss her pieces. Okay, guys, real quick, I wanted to start with her like shoes and accessories. Let me start off by saying the teddy bear slipper idea is really cute. I can understand part of her being special edition. I mean, they have these little gemstones for eyes, and they're very fuzzy. This one, its nose came off. Sorry, I don't know if you can see it very well. Like, so the nose isn't painted on. It's like a little plastic piece, but I don't know if it was ever on in the box. Like, I looked in the box and didn't see it. They also have like these weird little fuzzies stuck to them, and they came that way, like, out of the box. So it's kind of icky, but like, it's nothing dangerous or bad. This is kind of ick. All right, so here are the earrings. So these actually they weren't really in her ears, and they have like some little bubbly things, but they were just kind of sitting outside of her ear, near it, in proximity to her ear. So I'm trying to get new phone. Who dis? I'm trying to get to focus. It doesn't focus very well. All right, these shoes are actually really cute. I mean, her whole like jumpsuit or like a tracksuit vibe is very like 2000s Juicy Couture Paris Hilton, but the fact that it's pink makes it really, and with these shoes especially, very like 2000s teen movie hot mom kind of stuff. But as you can see, where they were strapped into the box, like, it's definitely left its mark on the plastic where they were strapped in. They've got these, I guess they call them like little bite marks, where it's not like actual bite marks with people teeth, but from the plastic just being too tight. And you won't see it because they're on her feet, but if you're paying $50 for a doll and you're really picky, it can be kind of annoying. So if you're picky, please just keep that in mind. Now, as far as the clothing pieces from her first outfit, well, I guess like the one that she comes in. All right, so the socks, you kind of have to tuck them down because they're not sewn across the top, because otherwise they might be too tight to get on her leg. But they're your typical, just like usual knee-high sock that Rainbow High kind of comes with. But they're actual sock material. They're not the silky stuff that came with Bella. They're like a cotton. And then her top, so I gently trim all of my dolls out, but this was like this. It's literally hanging on by a thread. I imagine that sewing through ribbon isn't easy, but it's probably something that I'll go back through and tuck a little stitch in. Now, it was literally like those little plastic stapley things that they use stapled to her robe, so now she's got these little pull marks, these little holes in her top from those, like real close to some nipple area. I don't know. It's kind of annoying that they keep stapling stuff to each other. These shorts, so I don't know if you guys watched my recent LOL OMG video where I talked about how they were no longer doing Velcro in the backs of like almost any of their pants or clothing. They were just sewing it shut. These would not come off at first. And they have like this really cool gold brocade, like see the little girl with the R, and like it's really neat. But they would not slide off. They were so incredibly tight. So I did untie them. They've got like this little loose, I don't know if this is meant to be loose just so they come off easier, but you definitely are gonna have to untie them, which means no more cute ribbon. Now it's just whatever you happen to manage to be able to tie. No more cute little bow, I mean. And then here is her robe. It's just your general terry cloth kind of robe. It's got the same kind of nice brocade print on it. It's got a belt that, like, I'm guessing it's tieable, but it's very, very thick fabric, so it probably won't necessarily tie very prettily. But I mean, I don't know, it depends on if you're going to leave her in her pajamas. Now, as far as her other outfit, which is the very early 2000s, like I said, Juicy Couture inspired Paris Hilton kind of tracksuit. It's supposed to be like the velour. Again, no elastic. And I tried to slide these on her, even untied. Look how small that waist hole is. How is this? Y'all, even untied though, it's like slightly wider, but not by a lot. Sorry, kind of fumbling with one hand. Yeah, it's slightly wider. Like, I think it's gonna be a struggle getting her in. I'm not gonna pretend. I'm not gonna lie and say, oh no, it should be fine. It's probably gonna be a pain in the butt. I tried wiggling over her hips and couldn't get it. But anyway, so it's got the rainbow logo thing on the back. And then the shirt says Rainbow High. Again, it's got these little holes in it from being tacked to the jacket. The jacket has like the little Rainbow High logo on the back. It's got like this little zipper tab that has like a little lowercase r. Again, it's that kind of velour-y fabric. They're really, honestly, these are more terry cloth feeling, really. I don't know. Well, I guess it's more velour. It is kind of softer and velvetier than the robe is. Now, for the $20 plus pillow and sleeping bag, never let anyone burst your bubble. This is really cute. It really is a cute pillow. Again, they had it stapled in with those little plastic tags, and even trimming them with scissors, they still left holes. So that's fun. There's nothing on the back of it. It's just like a regular cute little pillow. Okay, so this guy has like a little plastic thing in there to keep him like arched up. It's a really nice, I mean, it's nicely made. It's got some cute animation stuff on it. I think she's an animation major, the same as Sunny. So this very kawaii kind of cutesy theme. It's got, so these actual little Velcro straps, so you can roll it into like a little roll and Velcro it shut. I'll show you guys that right quick. Okay, it's crooked, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, you just kind of roll it up into a roll and you can Velcro it shut to kind of save space, or you could probably even just use it to like attach your pillow to the back of it. And if you want to drag it around, I guess. Anyway. Okay guys, just so you can see her face. Like I said, there's no shine to it. She's got these very pretty kind of lavendery eyes. I think they might need to be adjusted a little. One seems like it's looking up a little higher than the other. Her lips, like I said, I don't have those just kind of yellow droplet looking things in her lips. I will say all of the new ones seem to have like gold inside their ears. I feel like maybe they fit their earrings in just to make sure that they fit without letting the paint dry on them, because I've noticed a lot of the new dolls have that lately. She has a really, really nice face. Like I said, her bangs have some crunch to them. The ends have like a tiny bit. It's not a massive amount of gel. The only other thing I noticed about her, which by the way, she has some, you know, some pink fingernails. The paint's a little sloppy on that one, but mine has this weird leg mark. It's almost like a burn mark. It's not a big deal because she's going to be having her clothes on the whole time, but it's one of those things where, like I said, a lot of the people out there are way pickier than I am, so I like to cover everything, because for some people, like, that would just be like a deal breaker, or they'd want to send her back. All right, so her hair does not look crazy thick. I'll be taking it down to dye it, so we'll see we'll see more about just how thick it is, if it's going to be as thin as the Series 3 girls, or if it's going to be a $50 doll's worth of hair. She has a very nicely embroidered eye mask. So I could not tell what that said at first. I thought it was like, is it bra? Is it whatever? It was just an R with two little curly cues beside it. It is not wrapped around her head. It is stapled, like folded in half and stapled into her hair with those little plastic tabbies, of course. Okay, real quick, I almost forgot to get her stand out of her box. Don't forget that. And she does have the one hand with the creepy long hand peg, but we're going to trim that off just so that when I have to take her hands off for any reason, it's not a huge pain in the butt. And guys, anytime you trim the hand peg, make sure to trim it above this little notch area. Just about to the same length as the other hand. It does not affect its ability to move or come on and off at all when you trim it that way, but always make sure to trim above that little notch. Okay guys, and then really quick, one more look at her in her little second outfit. It's really cute. I think that, I don't know what color I want to dye her, you guys. Part of me wants to see what she would look like as a blonde. Part of me would like to match her to her eyebrows. But the problem with doing all these neutral or natural colors is having to dye all the clothes to match. And sometimes they don't dye the same way as the hair, so it's a huge pain in the butt. Part of me thinks that maybe like a nice lavender to go with her eyes would be really pretty. I'm not sure yet, so you'll just have to like hang in there with me while we figure it out together. Okay, you guys, on to this huge 6-pack. Again, I did not need this 6-pack. It was on sale and there were a couple of pieces I needed out of it, and I was like, you know what, I will just put the rest up for sale to people who might love them and give them good homes, and that way I'll have the pieces I need, I'll have some video content, and hopefully I can make somebody happy with a doll that they'll love. So let's check out this box artwork. So it really is just their box artwork from the original boxes. You know, just kind of forget how impressive they really were when they first came out. And of course, since then, Series 3 has just absolutely blown them out of the water. But these dolls are still really gorgeous and really classic. Now, if you are one of the people who are buying this box to display, it does have this really, really cool handle. And, you know, it displays really well. It's got their names in each of the little corners. You know, it's got their little bottom artwork that you see in the original boxes. Okay, you guys, one of the biggest questions I was asked is, do they come with stands? And it looks like it. So these are going to go up on my Instagram because I still have a ton of people who tell me they need stands for their cheer dolls. And this way they will have them. Alright, you guys, so yeah, no, they definitely do come with the stands. So if you're getting these and you want to display them out of the box, you'll be able to. Most of the folks I know are just going to display theirs in box. A lot of them said that that's exactly what they wanted it for, but the stands are there if you need them. Okay guys, the other thing I want to say really quickly is that with all of the flawed faces and such that we've been seeing, finding a box of 6 where they all had good faces was surprisingly easy for me. I actually picked this up and like, just from what I could tell in the box, it looked like all 6 had good faces. The other super big question I got asked besides the stands is, are they articulated? Look, whether mine are or not, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys, is that most of what I've seen online is everyone saying it's a mixed bag. Some come articulated, some don't. Very few folks have gotten a box where none are. And a handful of people have gotten a box where all of them are articulated. It seems to be very, very mixed. Like 2 or 3 of them will be articulated and the rest won't be. But I need to trim them out of the box because I've tried moving their neck with them trimmed and their heads are like stapled down, so they're not really moving, except for Ruby because she has her hat, so her head's not stapled down as much. And from what I can tell, she is articulated thus far. Alright. Did I ever tell you guys? Deboxing wears me out. Real quick, I just want to say there's not a lot that we have to kind of go back over with these girls. They are not really that different than their Series 1 counterparts. You know, the clothes are pretty much the same. The hair, the makeup, whatever. If there are differences, I will be sure to point them out. So real quick with Ruby, she still has the hat that's kind of hooked in with the peg. So you're still going to have that hole in the back of her head. If you haven't bought the Series 1 dolls prior and you're getting this 6-pack because maybe you got into the dolls late, and now you're just kind of trying to go back and get the 6-pack because you can get them all at once and for much, much cheaper, because like I said, they were all like 20 something, I think $26.99 originally, something like that. It's $64 for the entire 6-pack. So you're getting them really, really inexpensively. Yeah, you're not getting the second outfits without having to buy another one, but even at $120, like, it's not really that bad. I mean, yeah, it's like $150 if you were to buy all of the each ones originally, so $120 for both. Well, $130, I guess. You're still saving like $20 if you do decide to buy both of them with the Black Friday discount. So that's the thing, like, if you're getting into them late. Now, this is interesting. So where Ruby's hat was, I did not see this, and it may or may not come off. I don't know yet. I don't know if you guys can see it, but she's got like some red kind of staining and scratchiness right there. More than likely, it will come off with acetone, but that does mean that her face will end up losing all of its shimmer, and probably its blush, because her blush is kind of shimmery too, and in order to make everything even. But I can always just like re-blush her, re-shimmer her. It's a lot different for folks who are not customizers, so just kind of pay attention to that. Make sure it's something that you take into account if you're going to get her. She does have the pierced ears this round, which makes me so happy. It absolutely drives me nuts that Poppy and Ruby did not come with pierced ears the first time around. I know they didn't have earrings, but like, what if I wanted to put earrings in them? Couldn't do it. Her hair, it's got the crunch. It's really hard. It's really kind of clunky. It's not overly thin from what I can tell. It doesn't really have the actual Series 1 reading. There's a little more distance between the rows of plugs, but it's not bad. Other than that mark on her face, which I will definitely see if I can just wipe it off with like a baby wipe or some soap and water or whatever first, before having to resort to acetone. Sorry, I forgot the word. Alright, she comes in her outfit as usual. Her pants don't fit very well. Like, just moving her around, they came unvelcroed. Sorry, it wasn't all the way velcroed that time. That was my bad. But, so when she sits down, it does pop open. But that's literally been every pair of rainbow high pants. This isn't even that bad because, look, they're on her and they were closed at one point. If you got Avery's closet, even the new closet that came out, the blue jeans in it, I couldn't even get those over my doll's feet, more or less pulled up. So, like, they were made with the legs too tight, so I couldn't even tell if they would have fit around her waist. But in Avery's closet, they definitely didn't. Most of them I had to cut off into shorts because the legs were so tight they wouldn't go on to begin with. When you're spending $60 on a clothes closet, yes, the clothes are very nice. They're stylish. They're, well, I want to say well made, but the pants don't fit, so how well made are they really? But the materials are nice. The styling is nice. It just doesn't matter if they don't fit to begin with. Okay, so I will say Ruby is, in fact, articulated. So that is one down. And I love these shoes so much out of her shoes. So I'm really happy to have her with those. Like I said, I really just needed this bra top. I don't really need the rest, so it'll probably end up in a sale. Which I'll probably do like one more really quickly before the holidays. But after that, probably not until New Year, because right now people are going to start shipping out holiday gifts, etc. And the post is going to be insane. One thing I will mention about Ruby is I got really lucky. Her eye makeup looks really even. The glitter on it's really even. Her lips, the little white weird, look. So these look like when you know, like when you're not a very good artist and you draw bird wings. It looks like that, or like a white mustache. I know it's supposed to be highlighter. I know it is. But, like, if their lips are already glossy, you don't need to draw on white lines to be highlighter. Like, that doesn't even make sense. It's always weird that they did that. I was never a huge fan. Alright, Poppy is pretty much on par for her first doll. Her blush is a little heavy, but it's not bad. Her makeup is otherwise really good. From what I can tell, her eyeliner is pretty even on both eyes. Bear helped me check them in the store. Sorry. I know you can see my bed, like I just have the sheet on it, but I took all the blankets off to wash, so And I'd only put the new clean sheet on so far. So yeah, I mean, articulated, yay. Super happy for that. It's weird because when they started remaking this top on the more recent dolls, like, it's really, like, the cups are really, really wide on it. And they're sit above where her actual, like, bosom is. So that's always been strange to me, like, why they do that. I don't know what that is. But anyway, as far as her hair goes, again, it's pretty on par for wave 1 rooting. There might be like a few rows where the gaps are a little teeny bit wider than this, but it's not even noticeable. It's nothing worth complaining about. That's whatever. Real quick on Sunny, again, articulated, yes. Again, her makeup is really, really even. Her bangs could be slightly better, but when has Sunny ever had really great bangs? It's actually probably more rare to find one of her dolls with evenly cut bangs. She has the crunchies and her little tendrils, but that's always been a thing. The rest of her hair, it does as well. Like, it's just sheeted. I don't understand why they use that much gel. I don't understand why they use the gel at all. Like, her hair is straight. It's going to stay straight in the box. You're not preventing flyaways. You're just making her hair look shitty. Like, sorry, her hair look poopy. Sorry, I'm monetized now, so I have to, like, edit out when I do cuss words. I guess. I'm told that's a thing. So her buns are kind of uneven. One sits up higher than the other. Nothing I can't redo myself. They're very easy to do. Instead I have to take her hair down to wash it anyway. It's not really a big deal. Probably also, like, she's a little crunch to hers, but it's not bad. I think so far Sunny's definitely the worst, with Ruby as a very close second. Alright, with Jade, I will forever hate all of Jade's original stock. The hat is probably the worst offender. It doesn't dye either, so if you're looking to dye it really doesn't do much. Alright, and again, articulated, yay. She's got a really pretty face. I see like a tiny little smudge under one eye. It's barely noticeable and will probably wash right off. She's not super heavy on shine, but I don't know if you guys can see right there. She's got like some like dried glue streaks. Hopefully those will come off easily enough. She does have her earrings, and you can't really see it because her hair was glued, or well, not glued, gelled around them. But she does come with her earrings. I really hate all of her clothes. Like, I get that it's supposed to be like kind of Billie Eilish style or whatever, which Billie is really beautiful and a great singer. I'm not huge on her music. Like, I like her songs, they're catchy. Like, if they're on the radio, I won't necessarily turn it, but it's not the type of music I really listen to. But it's not even about that. Like, I just don't like the style. I like that it's not a really feminine. It's not another dress and another pair of heels, whatever. But, like, I just wish they had done something more flattering. I don't know. It's just not my style. It's not. But, like, it's fine. Alright, Skylar. Yes. Also articulated. Beautiful amount of shine on her face. Just the right amount. Not too heavy. Not too light. Very pretty iridescent. Her hair's got a little bit of gel, but really barely any. Just kind of a little bit in those end curls. Her outfit actually seems like a nicer material. It's a thinner material, but it's cut nicer and sewn nicer and feels nicer than what I remember coming with the series 1. I don't know, maybe I'm misremembering, but like I remember her stuff feeling thicker, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, and then last but not least, again with the bangs not necessarily being perfect, but her bangs never really are. We have Miss Violet, and yes. Okay, guys, I got all 6 articulated. I will share the code on the bottom of the box, but with this disclaimer, most people who have gotten the dolls have said that the number on the bottom of the box does not guarantee articulation. It really is just a random mixed bag. You might get articulated, you might not. There's no guarantee. Them having a specific code on the bottom doesn't matter. I will share it with you guys anyway, just for the folks who want to give it a good go. If I can find it, question mark. It's usually kind of, oh, here we go. So it is 2322 1REE. I don't even know if you can see it. But that number again is 23221REE. And again, like I said, most people have said that the number on the box does not guarantee one way or the other what you're going to get in terms of articulation. But if you want to look and hope for the best, there you go. Alright, you guys, I'm going to undress all these girls so that I can set aside the pieces that I'm keeping. And then we will go dye stuff. This is going to be like such a long video. Okay guys, so first off, I've got some eye swaps I'm going to do. So I went ahead and Sausage has been drinking out of this while I went outside. Did it fresh out and it's got cat hair in it, yay. Anyway, so I've got this one heating up for my, what is it called? My eye swaps, just plain clear water. And then I've got some Truly Green all-purpose Rit for this Sunny. I really miss having a green Sunny. I did one prior in dark green. She was really cute. It's like the first one I ever dyed. Actually, if you go back to my very first dye video, you will see her. And just like over time, I've never done another one, but I kind of missed having one. And I've got like these extra Georgia clothes that I'm going to dye as well. So I just want to do that really quick and while I'm heating up the water for the eye swaps. So let me just get her out of the way and then we'll get right back to stuff. Okay guys, really quickly, while I am waiting on Sunny, I am going to do Brianna in a sink full of tan right quick. I don't really know what it's going to do. I'd kind of like to see her go like a natural blonde. If it doesn't work, then we're just going to go for it with purple anyway to match her eyes, so it's not really a big deal. But I do worry because tan has a lot of green in it. Hopefully it'll cancel the pink out and it'll end up pretty, but there's never any telling. Okay, you guys, so the pants did come out green. The top really didn't take the dye. Sunny's hair came out a nice green. I'm going to figure out what I want to do now, if I want to leave it this color or do something else with it. Okay, it's not the best in this lighting, but Brianna's hair kind of just came out like a peachy blonde. Or like a blonde with kind of peachy colored streaks, which is fine. It's actually really pretty. I'm not mad at it, but I think I'm going to keep going. Okay, guys, we're going to do some hyacinth on Brianna. It looks like the same color as her eyes. I guess we're about to find out if it is or not. Okay, guys, so over the tan, it just turns a silvery mauve color, which looks good. I just don't know if I love it for Brianna. So I'm going to add a little more purple to it. Okay guys, so I took a break right quick just to spend some time with my son, and we were talking like while I was doing stuff. But I did finally do this eye swap. I had mentioned I'm doing on Lyric just to see if like I liked it better. I will say I absolutely love Ruby with the pale blue eyes as well. I'm pretty happy. I know I had a friend who actually suggested maybe Jet's eyes on Lyric, which is totally a possibility in the future. Right now I'm loving the Ruby, but I am debating on whether or not the Jet's eyes would look better. Tell me what you guys think in the comments, okay? Also, guys, while I was on break, so I have this Daphne that I did in Aqua and Fuchsia. And so I actually gave her Emmy's eyes because they're kind of matching that vibe. And then I gave Emmy Daphne's eyes, and I'm currently boil dyeing Emmy in a regular purple Rit dye. Alright, so I'm dyeing Emmy. I've got her in the all-purpose purple Rit. I just really wanted to give her something darker. You can see her with Daphne's eyes. They're kind of hot from the steam right now. I think I've almost got it as dark as I want it. I'm about to go rinse it out and then see how it looks. Okay guys, in order to get Brianna's hair to be that same like silvery purple that's in her eyes, I ended up, so I did do the hyacinth. I mixed in a bit of purple. It was still really warm toned. Even like the green from the tan really hadn't toned it. It just made it peachy. So what I did next was I added a bunch of aqua into the water. The aqua helped tone out the pink to leave just this really beautiful silvery purple. So I'm pretty thrilled with her. She's just about dry now, so the color you see is pretty accurate to what it's going to be under the warm kitchen light, you know? Okay, so their clothes aren't dry yet, but I did a couple more dips in the Truly Green And I've got Sunny, like it's hard to see, but she's this really pretty green. It looks kind of blue on video, I guess, right now, but it is really, really genuinely green. It's just, I guess, the lighting in here. Hence her giant donut glare on her forehead and everything. And I did give her a shortcut, just because her hair was massively shredded. And I knew that when I bought her. The auction didn't say her hair was gross that I remember, but like you could look at the pictures and tell. So once their clothes are dry, I'm definitely going to show you guys better, like in the ring light, like what they look like. Okay guys, and speaking of eye swaps, I went ahead and did one with Cheryl and Daria, just so that I could bring some of this blue in Cheryl's hair up into her face with her yellow eyeshadow and her red lipstick to go with the red and yellow sections of her hair. I also had redressed her since last time, since she has her red and yellow in her dress, but I really didn't like how bulky the blue hoodie was. I might do a blue t-shirt for her. As far as Daria goes, I really thought that Cheryl's almost amber colored eyes would go great with like the orange that's in Cheryl's dress and her hair and like kind of the golden tones in her jacket. So I did do that eye swap while I was waiting, heating up more pots of dye now, so I'll be right back with you in a second. Okay guys, so for this Georgia, you guys voted on like a fall ombre, which is kind of like a wine color down into a pink, into an orange, into a yellow. That's what we're going to attempt, but as it turns out, I'm out of wine, so I did a mixture of cocoa, brown, and scarlet, just to get a deeper red, and we're gonna see how that goes. I feel like I might need to add a bit of violet to it just in case, but I know I spilled dye everywhere. I'm gonna dip her right quick and then show you guys how it came out. I'm really tired at this point, and so out of no reason other than because I wanted to, I just dunked Poppy's head in a vat of violet, like pure hot violet, and I have no idea how this is going to turn out other than potentially badly, but I guess we're going to see. Okay guys, so it is like probably close to like 6 a.m, maybe after that by now. I'm pretty worn out, I'm not gonna lie to you. Hold on. Yeah, like I'm pretty beat up by all of this, like just really exhausted, but I did want to show you guys the outcome. Now I will say some folks still have damp hair, some folks aren't like dressed yet because I don't know what I want them to wear. Some folks it won't matter because they're going to new homes and their new owners will dress them in whatever they want. Caught red-handed, right? Yeah, and long story about that. So first of all, I wanted to start with the eye swap I did between Daphne and Emmy, because they can share eyes. They do have the newer eye mold that has like different nodules on the back that fit each other. So like I was showing you in my kitchen, this particular Daphne has aqua into fuchsia hair, so I kind of thought that like Emmy's blue and like purpley pink eyes would go well with it. I might end up giving her like a slightly bluer eyeshadow at some point, but other than that, like I really like her better with these eyes. I gotta adjust her makeup still to go with it. So yeah, I really like this outfit. Like I love Cheryl's shirt, and I love it dyed because it just really takes and goes almost any color really prettily. They're always like very pastel-y versions, but yeah. And then of course, like, so you guys, I don't even know if you guys remember, if you're on my Instagram, I did the thing where you could vote for what color I dyed them. For Emmy in particular, you guys picked the indigo into purple version of her. So we did that a previous time. This time around though, I wanted to do that really dark purple that was one of the options. Like I said, I will probably end up doing all 3 of the options for each one. So here is Emmy in the super dark purple with Daphne's like mint colored eyes, I guess. Sorry, I guess I have like a look up. So new phone, I am still working on it, but like the camera on it is very, very different. Wonder if I can, there we go. Okay, yeah, so the camera on it is really, really different, obviously. So her hair is wet, and so spots of it still look almost black, but it's not. It's just really, really dark purple. At least in person it is. So yeah, I so very much love dark version of Emmy. Like, she looks so good with dark hair. I think that the fourth one that I'm supposed to do is actually a burgundy version of her. So I'm definitely looking forward to that in the future. That means that I only have one Emmy left to dye. Now, with Daria, I've actually dyed all 4 of them, but I love her light blue eyes. I really do, but I don't know why they don't ever want to give brown eyes to girls who would normally have brown eyes. It's not like you have to. I mean, obviously, I wear contact lenses. Tons of people wear contact lenses, but since I did dye Daria, I couldn't decide between the orange one or the red one. I ended up settling for the orange one because Cheryl's eyes are very kind of amber colored, so I did give them to this Daria because they are kind of more of an orangey brown. They haven't really given us anybody yet with like a super chocolatey brown colored eye, which I would really love to see. I mean, that's my natural color. Hard to believe I can remember that. I've been wearing contacts since I was 12, so like 28 years now. It's hard to believe I even remember my natural color eye because I never see it. But yeah, so it'd be nice to see somebody with a really dark, rich, chocolatey brown color instead of hazel or amber or, you know, whatever. So that means that Cheryl actually got Daria's really gorgeous bright blue eyes, which is cool because she's got like this blue color in her hair, because her hair is like the red and then yellow and then aqua. She's got like a new outfit on too, because I don't know, like I said, I didn't love the blue hoodie that I had on with it because it was just very bulky, but I feel like the blue eyes with the red lips definitely, and the yellow makeup really brings in her hair color more. But speaking of things that you guys voted on, so hear me out. When I did my first Georgia, it was not the winning color that you guys voted for, but only because I didn't have the color dye I need. But I did have a dye that I was putting on my own hair, which is like this mauve color. It's really, really faded now, so it doesn't look like anything. But one of the Georgias I was supposed to do was supposed to be that mauve color. And so, yeah. But yeah, so she is just, and like parts for her, because her hair is like multi-tonal, it's like a kind of still like soft, almost peachy purple. I don't know, I really like this outfit on her as well. But yeah, so she got mauve hair first, but it wasn't what you guys voted for, and I felt kind of bad about that. Right, so the one that you guys did vote for was this fall theme. It was, as you can see, like the burgundy into like a kind of pink, into an orange, into a yellow. And so I did finally do that. Here's her hair from the back. As you can tell, like there are, you know, really obvious like yellow pieces of ringlet. I really need to recurl her hair. I honestly tried to keep the curl in it, but just like the more I run my fingers through it to like separate the colors and whatever, it just definitely needs a better recurl. So you can see some of the orange here on the sides, the pink, the burgundy color. So the burgundy, I did not have any wine, and I have not been able to find any in my area for a little bit now. So what I did was I took the scarlet red and I added a tiny bit of chocolate brown, mostly because I only had a tiny bit of chocolate brown left. And it really didn't change anything. It was still really, really red. So I mixed in a bit of the, what is it? Like the violet and a bit of the eggplant purple. And that helped it like become wine. So this is mostly eggplant and scarlet to get this wine color. Sorry, like as the light hits different spots in her hair. But yeah, all of my series 3 girls are all pretty thin like this. So you just kind of have to really either do ponytails, half up, half down, or just not ever show the back of their head. So, and yeah, and so I did her outfit as well in the same. Now the sweater actually took a really long time boiling, like probably like 15 minutes to take this much color from the peach. The first time it looked really dark and I rinsed it and it just went straight peach. Everything washed right out. The jeans dye super, super, super easily. Like, oh, and her shoes are Bratzilla's in case anybody's wondering. All of the jeans that I dyed of Georgia's all have taken color really beautifully, really easily. So the other major eye swap I did that I showed you guys in the kitchen, I did Lyrics New Eyes. Alright, you guys, so I just want to say, like, the darker eyes and the more bubblegummy colored lips really kind of elevate her to, I mean, she could pass for any one of the Series 1 girls, really. She's just as pretty as I am. Actually, she's prettier than Avery at this point. Like, I just felt like I didn't love her the way she came, and I know, honestly, from what I could tell, most people didn't. There are definitely some people out there who are like, I think she's perfect the way she is, I love her the way she comes. Most people didn't feel that way. It was a really widespread consensus that, like, it's just something in the balance of her face. Her eyes were too light, her hair was too dark, her lips were too pale, and, like, this very strange peachy color. Like, everything was just really off, and then her clothes were kind of like, eh. So this is honestly just, like I said, it's got a very small lip repaint, and she's got a pair of ruby eyes. Because I have a friend who mentioned that she'd probably look really great in jet eyes. I do have a pair, but they're just in my Skylar at the moment, so she may get them later on, but for now, I'm cool with her as she is. I decided that I missed my original green Sunny, which was the first Rainbow High doll that I ever dyed. She still needs some, like, little ends trimmed or whatever, but I really missed having a green Sunny, and I wanted another one. Again, Bratzilla's shoes, in case you guys are wondering. Dyed Georgia pants and just like a Skylar t-shirt. I am so in love with her and so happy with her. So next up, one of the ones you've been waiting for, Sleepover Brianna. So Sleepover Brianna, like I showed you guys, I did it all with the Hyacinth and a sink wash. Well, I did tan first. It really didn't turn her blonde, it just kind of turned her hair coral. And then I decided, well, you know, heck with it. I'm gonna go purple, as in, like, the color of her eyes. So I threw in some Hyacinth into a separate sink bath. Did that. It was still too warm toned for what I was looking for to match her eyes anyway. What did I put in after that? I put in some purple, just darken it up a little bit. The purple was cute, but it was still too warm toned. I ended up putting in the last bit of aqua that I had left, and I got her hair exactly the color I wanted. I'm really, really happy with it. I dyed her clothes in the Hyacinth and a little bit of the purple. They didn't even go in after I added the aqua, so that's a thing, but here's that. I'm not sure how well you guys can... It looks, I guess, more like ashy gray until you start lifting it, but it's very, very lavendery, and it's like got these really pretty, like, mixed tones in there because her hair is a mixture of 3 different shades of pink, so you can kind of see the streaks in it. So I mean, honestly, like, I feel like the ring lights do great justice in some things, but the color on these, I feel like I don't know, like, maybe it washes it out. I'm not sure. Anyway, so definitely check out my Instagram for pictures of her. But yeah, she's definitely staying, no questions asked. I actually am supposed to be having an extra shelf put in for her, the other 2 Slumber Party girls and the Rockstar girls, but nobody's had time yet, and all of our schedules are off from each other's, so I can't use the saw. I mean, I can. The saw makes me nervous. But yeah, so I just have to wait until somebody has free time. So here's one that I dyed that is not really part of this batch. They actually were dyed in a previous batch, but the color did not come out right. So this is actually the 3rd time I've gone over them with a new color, and it's closer, but it's still not perfect. Anyway, so I told you I had room for one more Stella. So I really wanted a red Stella because I already have her in orange, I have her in Hyacinth purple, regular purple, and in chocolate brown. I was like, you know what, it'll be great. I will have a red Stella. She will be super, super amazing and probably really, really easy to dye. No. So normally Stella is really easy to dye. When I did her orange, like, it was very, very quick, very, very easy. So I don't know if you guys can see. It's still very cherry red because of the pink in it. This is the 3rd time I've gone over it with Scarlet, And it is just not, I mean, it's red, but it's not red. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't hate it. I don't love it. I'm working on it. Okay, guys, wrapping it up. Let's get to the 6-pack. All right. So the 6-pack is not something I plan on keeping for the most part. I knew when I got them that I was just going to dye them for this video and then probably, you know, put them up for sale to anybody who might want them on my Instagram. So let's start with my arch nemesis, Ruby. So Ruby does not take dye well. Pretty much anything you do with her either goes wine, it goes brown, or it goes black. And there's very, very, very little variance in that. I will say, I haven't really tried a lot of human dyes on her hair. Actually, I don't know if I've tried any. I don't know that they would do anything different, but maybe that's something I try in the future. So this time I tried Dye More, and I was like, I don't like using Dye More. I don't recommend using Dye More to anybody who's not experienced. It makes me ridiculously nervous, even though I'm experienced and whatever. So I don't tend to get it near their faces. Now I can say, if you remember early in the video, Ruby had a red smudge on her face. It wiped right off with a makeup wipe. It wasn't a problem. So I don't even know, like, because the top half of her hair, I never hold their faces very close to Dye More for very long, because I've seen where even the steam will roll up on their faces and stain them, and Ruby in particular is very, very pale, so she stains easily. I didn't have any problems with staining, thank goodness. I was very careful, but I really only kind of dyed the ends of her hair, and I used, like, I think it was like Super Pink is what the Dye More version is. I mean, it kind of did something, but, like, then the front half of her hair is still really, really brightly red. So, like, yeah, I mean, there's a gradient there. Before she ever gets sent off to a new home, I will probably continue to work on her, and then that way if something happens to her, it's like, it's whatever. But I am probably going to go in some more and see if I can't get her pink, because it's a start. Like, there's something there. It's a start. So yeah, I think I'm going to keep working on her. Maybe in a future video, we will revisit her and see what I managed to do, if anything. Alright, so with Skylar, so I have the purple Skylar I wanted, I have the green Skylar I wanted, I have the teal Skylar that I didn't know I wanted, but definitely want. I really didn't know what else to do. I mean, I tried pink on her once before, and I didn't really love it. I debated on whether or not I should just, like, do some orange and red like I did with Winter Break Skylar, but I was like, no, because I've already done that. Nobody wants to see me do what I've already done. I just did a very basic, not even really a boil wash. It was kind of just a sink wash in the Hyacinth. And I say that because it was in the pot, but, like, the pot wasn't really hot. And it didn't really do much, so I did do one dip in a medium warm pot of the eggplant over top of that. So as you can see, like, there's some purple to it. Sorry, her hair actually is thicker. She doesn't, well, she's got a little bit of a gap right there, but it's further enough down that it doesn't actually affect, like, most of her hair and how it lays. But when their hair is wet, it's very stringy, so, like, it looks thinner than it actually is. So just always keep that in mind. Like, if you wash their hair and you're suddenly like, why does it look so thin? When it dries, it kind of fluffs back up. It's not as bad. So yeah, her hair is like a mixture now of purple and blue. I don't know, like, I think that she could be really, really cute in the right outfit. I just haven't decided on what to dress her in yet, because I already have somebody with blue and purple hair who's wearing the blue and purple clothes. I don't know. Hopefully when her hair dries and fluffs back up and I get some decent pictures of her on Instagram, you guys can tell me what you think. Next up is Violet. Violet is another one. I kind of walked in not knowing what I wanted to do, but I'm kind of in love with the Rit Hyacinth. I really don't think there's anything that it doesn't really kind of look good on. So I decided I was going to do Violet and Hyacinth because the color that it comes out is actually already one of the colors that's kind of in her hair. Like, if you ever notice, her hair is like that very blended, like, bright purple with a slightly darker purple with, like, silver streaks. So I decided this one, I just would have her hair all one color. And sorry, I took the hat off that was holding her bangs down just so you guys could see the color of her hair. yeah, it's definitely, I don't know. I like it better. I like it better all one color. Honestly, kind of makes me want to keep her, but I kind of don't need another violet, and I don't have room for another one. The next three, again, I really didn't know what I wanted to do. This next one, big time, I just kind of freaked out and was like, okay, so I have orange poppy, dark orange poppy, coral poppy, which is kind of an orange and pink color, strawberry blonde poppy, I have pinkish orange poppy, I have red flame gradient poppy. All my poppies are within the same color range, and I was just like, you know what if I just want purple poppy or blue poppy? So I tried blue once before. Well, I didn't try it. I accidentally stuck her in the wrong pot of dye because I wasn't paying attention. I didn't love it. It just went too dark and I didn't love it. So anyway, I randomly decided to dunk her head in the violet because I'm tired, and I gave up at that moment. And I'm really glad that I did, because her hair turned out really freaking cool. Again, it's wet, so it looks like really, really thin. It's not as bad when it dries. It usually kind of fluffs back up. But so she's got like this hair that's kind of like a soft brown mixed with a bright violet purple. And honestly, she kind of makes me want to keep her too, but I only have so much room, so. But like, it's so pretty. I never expected to see a violet poppy. I'm trying to get it to like focus really well. So I got the new, I think it's like the iPhone 13 Pro Max, whatever, and like the camera on it is really different than the iPhone 11. Like, everything looks different to me. Like, I don't know if it's gonna look different to you guys, but it looks very different to me. So like, it's really weird, like looking into it. Like, the colors look off, everything looks, I don't know. Anyway, the next one is another one where I just sort of freaked out. Okay, so hear me out, right? I thought, wouldn't it be really cool if for this 6-pack I did them all like whatever the opposite color of them is on the color wheel, and like neutralized all of them and showed how that worked. But like, with neutralized poppy, that's how we got her a blonde and light brown on sheer poppy. We've neutralized, you know, Skylar, obviously, because I got her with the black and orange, because that's what hair color, when you mix her hair with like orange and red, that's what the blue makes, is black and orange. Anyway, so we've neutralized Sunny and gotten her a natural blonde. You know, you can just put some purple shampoo on her really and leave it on long enough and you've neutralized her. Look, so technically the opposite of violet would be yellow. I couldn't really see myself putting yellow in her hair and hoping I didn't just mess her up really bad. I don't know. Anyway, so you know who we haven't neutralized other than violet though? Was Jade. I've done a lot of colors in 2 different variations of rainbow on Jade, and she looks good in really anything, but I've never tried to neutralize her. And so the opposite of green is like red. I took the cherry red in particular. It's more pinkish red, and I just put it in the pot in the sink. I didn't even put it on the stove. I just kind of let her sit in it. So I don't know if you guys can even see it, but she's got like this really lovely kind of, so it's this really kind of lovely natural light brown, but it's got like a really nice blend in it. But I've got to repaint her scalp because this bright, very lightly rooted green is so visible, and it puts like a greenish tint in her hair, but it's actually just a really pretty soft light brown just from neutralizing it in that cherry red. 10 out of 10, would do again, and she's staying. So there's that. Like I said, I did have a room for one more Jade, so she's the one. I didn't really look up on it because I've dyed her hair red before, and the red took, especially in the boil dye, and it turned her hair bright red in sections of the rainbow. I thought, it's probably just going to dye her hair red. It's not going to neutralize it. It probably won't do anything. And I'm really glad I was wrong, because I love her with a neutral color, and I don't know why. It never occurred to me. I have Karma in a more natural, like human color, Crystal and human. Most of the girls I have, and some variation of colors that naturally exist in like human hair colors, and yet not Jade. And now I do, and I'm really, really excited about that. All right, last but not least is another one that like I super love. I have to stop, you guys, because I always want to keep them. That's what happens, is I always end up falling in love and wishing I could keep them and knowing that I can't because I don't have enough room. And, you know, if I didn't have an army of 10 Bellas, that might be different, but I do, so it's not. So I decided to do this Sunny in like the reverse flame. So she started with blonde at the top, which I actually did this in the daffodil yellow, I think it was. No, I'm gonna have to go back and look, but I'll make sure to put it in the description, because daffodil yellow I think is the one for dye more, but this isn't dye more. This is just the regular all-purpose lemon. This is lemon yellow. Okay, so I did the top part of her hair in lemon yellow just to make it a bit brighter than the yellow it already is, and like a bit warmer, I guess. And then I did the sunshine orange, then gradiating into the scarlet red with a little bit of the cherry mixed in just to brighten it up. And like I said, I really love her so much. Like, I know I said I was going to sell them. I swore to Bear that I would not keep them all. But I just want to say, like, it's going to be really hard. It really, really is. Like, some of them I can part with because I know that they're a little close to what I already have. But anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this very happy anniversary special. And now I am going to go get some sleep because it's almost 6:30. Bear should be leaving work and coming home. You can have a nice breakfast and a nap before I have to get up and take the kids to work. So yeah, hopefully I will see you guys again before the holidays, well, before Thanksgiving, to unbox that giant Amaya if I can figure out where I'm going to put her. But if not, I hope that you guys have a wonderful holiday, a wonderful time with your family. You know, if you guys don't have family, maybe your friends that you're spending the holiday with or whatever, I hope everybody makes it through as well as they can. So yeah, if nothing else, I will definitely see you guys before my birthday. So bye guys.